Hi everyone, hi YouTube family, hi everybody. Anyway, you could tell from the title of this video that I am very excited. I am very excited. The areas where I have bald spots have grown to a new level. I mean, it's something that I just didn't expect to happen. And anyway, okay, I'm going to just keep you in suspense for just a minute longer. People are always telling me, well, show me your bald spots. Well, guys, you've been looking at them for quite some time. I was not born with all this forehead. A lot of this is, the hair is back here, you know, so the hairline's growing for, you can probably see a little bit, you see that shadow, you see. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited. I'm so excited because something that happened for me recently I never thought could happen. And it is that my hairline that has been substantially receded for at least 6 months now is finally, it's growing back to the point where I can clearly see it growing back. I'll show you. Yeah, you see right there? Right there. You see the sides of my head there? You see that baby afro there? I'm having such a hard time. Okay, there it is. You see that baby afro there? That has been bald the whole time I've been talking to you guys. The whole 6 months I've been talking to you guys. I've had the bald spot in the middle start filling in. Okay, in the front of my head there. You see that circular patch of scalp? You see there's a circle right in the front there. Right there. Well, there's now just the tiniest bit of hair in there. Now, if you look at the shape, it looks like a circle or a square. People don't normally have a circle or a square in their part when they part a straight line like me. You know, they don't normally. But there's hair growing in that spot now. Oh Lord, I'm gonna pull out my mirror here because I'm gonna keep on pointing to the wrong side this whole video if I don't use this mirror. But this is what I'm trying to show you here. That is the most hair growth I've ever had in that spot. The whole time that I've been doing these videos, I've been getting the other hair filling in, but that hair there has been bald the whole time. And I actually have a hairline now. This is my old hairline. Now, just in case you don't believe me, that's the whole length of that hair. That's the whole length of that hair. Okay, I'm going to try to show you some other stuff. The hair initially, in my last video, I had a few baby hairs, but it was mostly bald, and I didn't have any of this kinky hair. That kinky hair is what I am so excited about, because if you remember when you were a child, when you were a baby, a lot of us were born bald-headed. And then after you've been bald-headed for a while, you get these straight hairs growing in on your scalp. You know, back when I was a kid, they would call you good hairs. Sorry about that, everybody. But then, when you were going to really, really be able to grow some hair, then you start getting your naps in, which is what I now have. Now, okay, I understand it's not as thick as the other hair, but it is so thick for me. Not for those who've not suffered from alopecia and baldness, but it is so thick for me that when I was combing my hair and I got to that spot, I was literally I was literally thinking, oh, I must have missed a hair, and that I could pull that back with my long hair into my style, into my protective style here. Another thing is, you see the way my protective style is here? Prior to having that little bit of hair, I would have had my braid right here. Right there, okay? So that it would cover the bald spot. Now, this, I'm getting my mirror here. This bald spot right here, I didn't even bother covering it. I didn't even bother covering it. It's a half moon right in the front of my head there. And I'm trying to look at the camera and show it to you. But there's a half moon right in the front there. And if you look at where my widow's peak used to be, you'll see there's a good period of hair there that is also thin and growing in. So if you see, my whole hairline is growing back in. But this is 6 months. 6 months. I started, oh my God, what am I talking about? It's not 6 months. It's maybe 9 months or so. You guys will have to do your own math on this. It was May of last year when I did my first video. And that was, I've been using the onions throughout the month of May. And I did my video towards the middle, I think the middle of May, 2 weeks in or 3 weeks in, something like that. You can go back and see how I started, you know. Determined not to continue being bald. Determined, you know, based upon my own research, based upon what I could do for myself, and based upon what resources I had available to me, I determined that I was not going to remain a bald person with an irritated, inflamed, thickening scalp and hair falling out all the time. And I've had several setbacks. And as you see, what I'm bragging about is not a bunch of long hair. And I'm going to use my mirror here because I want you to see this hair, that's how long it is. Now, granted, my hair grows pretty fast. So that is what alopecia areata looks like. And if you look at the shape of that spot, you can clearly see a circle. It's a huge circle. But it is a circle. Now, if I just kind of blend that back like that, I have enough hair to hide my bald spot. Woo! It's a good day. It's a good day. I mean, you see that? The way it is, it gives the illusion that it's baby hair. And that is actually my old hairline that I've been talking about for the longest. It is about a ½ inch forward of what everyone on YouTube is used to seeing, and it is growing in one whole chunk. Every circle of hair that came out, it seems to now be coming in. Then, yeah, you can still see my scalp. Clearly, I'm not gonna lie to you. You can clearly. This is the other side I'm showing you. You can clearly see my scalp. I'm not gonna even pretend. But, oh, my nose is running, I'm sorry. But for me, this is, now I want to take a little minute for those who have watched this video this long, watching me rave and rant this long. I know that you are suffering from alopecia like me if you've been watching this long. And I want to tell you, you can overcome it. If it's traction alopecia, if it's the male pattern baldness, if it is alopecia areata like me, whatever it is, science says that you cannot do it, but you can do it. It's going to take a lot of hard work, diligence, and your own research. We don't have very many allies out there because a lot of people who have cured themselves of baldness or found a way to treat themselves with baldness, they are like people who grew hair long many years ago. They keep their secrets to themselves. They don't share it. So it's up to each and every one of you, when you find something that works, share it so that we can all benefit from it. It's absolutely untrue that I have to be bald because I suffer from a condition called alopecia areata. It's absolutely untrue. I'm proving that every day. I've had bald in the middle, bald on the sides. You see what I'm happy with and what I am working with now. So wherever you are, be happy with the small gains. If you notice 3 or 4 hairs, be happy for them that they are growing strong. Because if you can get 2 or 3 new hairs growing on your head, you can follow that same procedure and get the rest of them to grow. So I just want to share this with you and be encouraged. Now, I'm sure you know exactly where my bald spots are. I was not born with Sade's forehead. That's just baldness. Have a good day, good afternoon, good week.